Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I have another amiibo unboxing video for you. We have some Splatoon amiibo, and yes, I know these have been out for a little while. Actually, I believe the Pearl and Marina ones have been out for a few months, and the Octoling ones, what were they, December or maybe earlier? I don't know, but I just never got around to filming unboxings for these, so I was like, you know what, let me do them both together. We'll do a giant Splatoon unboxing video, and I have the other Splatoon amiibo that I'll show you towards, like later in the video, and that way you can see some comparisons and see the full collection of Splatoon amiibo. So, let's get started. We have the Pearl and Marina 2-pack. Featuring that Pearl and Marina from Splatoon 2. And then, of course, also from Splatoon 2, we have the Octolings. We have the boy and the girl, and then the Octopus as well, which looks really cool. Both of them, the packaging just say Splatoon. Even though these are from Splatoon 2, I guess it's still the Splatoon universe, so it just says Splatoon. Yeah, and the Octoling packaging has the English and Japanese title on there, because I think they've started to consolidate the packaging. But really cool. I love the style. You can see the characters in the background. Looks really neat. Then the back of the box, of course, also shows you what these things do in the game. So the Pearl and Marina ones, you get special gear that when you use these amiibo figures in the game, which is really cool. So if you're looking for that special gear, which I believe is exclusive to the amiibo, then you gotta check these out. And then the Octolings as well. So again, English and Japanese packaging combined, basically. But you get special in-game gear right there, and these look really odd. They have nothing really to do with the Octolings at all. But, like, that middle one alone, that face, look at that. Like, that's just... it's worth it alone just for those, I feel like. I kind of want to get back to playing Splatoon 2 with that outfit now. Like, that's so great. Oh, man. Okay. Well, anyways, here they are. So let's just get these guys open. I don't save amiibo in the boxes. If you're new to this channel, I don't save the boxes. I put my amiibo on a shelf and display them and use them in games. So I am just going to tear these guys open and get right to the point here. So let's do that. So here they are. Really, really cool. So let's take a look at each of these. This is... Now I'm like second guessing myself as to who's who. This is Pearl, right? Yes, I believe this is Pearl. It's been a little while, but here she is right here. And I love the kind of dynamic poses that they have with the ink. You know, like they're not just standing there like that. I do kind of wish that we would have poses that were a little bit more, like, I don't know, like they just, I mean, yeah, I guess they're kind of like posing like they're really cool and stuff, which kind of fits their character, but it would have been nice for them to have like little props or something that they were posing with. That would have been an extra little nice touch. But regardless, pretty cool. I like the gold that they use because it's nice and shiny there. Looks great, especially right there on her boot. Yeah, looks really neat. And again, the pink ink right there. Really nice detail all around on the figure here. I always appreciate when they don't have these random stands that the characters are on. It's just you have the ink right here making a nice dynamic pose, which is pretty cool. And then Marina, of course. And I love Marina's design, especially because she is an Octoling, and so her hair is all wild and crazy looking, but it looks really cool. And this is a nice ink color as well. Looks very nice, and it blends in into her right here, which is kind of, I'm assuming, an indicator of, like, you know, how they can turn into, I guess in her case, an octopus and travel through ink. So I guess it's kind of almost like she's just transformed out of the octopus form into this. So it's very fitting. But yeah, it looks really nice. The silver is nice and shiny as well. I love the detail. And the headphones that she has too. Very, very nice little detail that they added on there. The headphones on her crazy hair right there. But it looks super cool, super cool. I think they did a great job with representing the character very well. So yeah, there you go. So if you are a fan of Pearl and Marina, it's great to have them. I like the size difference as well. It's, you know, getting to be, you know, more accurate to the game, which is pretty cool. So those are neat. And then of course we have the Octolings, which really made their full-fledged debut with the Octo expansion, which was pretty fun. I played through most of the Octo expansion. Like, I beat it, but you know how, like, there's a way to beat it without having to beat every single level. You just have to beat enough, and that's what I did, because some of it was hard, man. But I wanted to be able to play as the Octolings in the game, and it certainly is worth it for that. Now this actually has a little tie right here to hold it in place, which you don't really see very often with these amiibo figures in the packaging. Let's get that out. All right. So, wow, lots of cool stuff here. Let's start with the Octopus. Look at this guy right here. I like, it's interesting that they all went for the same color ink. Because like with the other packs, the Splatoon 1 and 2 packs, they went with different colors for the different characters. But these are all pink. So that's a very interesting decision there. The Octopus really blends in very well. But you can see him kind of like crossing his arms or his tentacles or whatever. But it looks pretty great. He looks such personality oozing out of that face right there. Just look at those eyes. That's pretty great. But very nice dynamic pose. Like the ink is splashing right here. He's jumping up. Looks really, really nice. So I do appreciate these nice dynamic poses. Makes for some great little figures to have on display. Then we have the Inkling Girl right here. And these Octolings are definitely meant to be like cooler looking than the Inklings in a way with their style, and it really shows. I mean, these guys are just like oozing personality. Like they definitely look like they think they're cooler, you know, just from the way they're dressed and everything. Now this weapon, I don't remember which weapon this is. I've lost track of all the different types of weapons here. But I like that they're not just including like these very basic weapons that started with the game. Like they're adding more interesting weapons to these amiibo figures for display. It adds a nice variety. And I love the detail in these figures because look at the little watch right there, which is pretty great. Like the tiny, tiny little details that are on that. What else do we have? You can see some nice detail on this. Right here as well. And then on the actual weapon there. Again, it's not in English, but you can definitely see their like words and stuff written on there in tiny little font too. So nice little detail basically, you know. It really makes it feel more real, so to speak. So yeah, really, really cool. I think these look great. And then we have the Octoling boy as well. I'm not a super big fan of the hairstyle that they have for the guy with just the one big tentacle over the top of the head. It just looks kind of odd. And it makes his ears stand out more so. Because like here, yeah, she has big ears, like I guess all the Octolings do, but it's not as noticeable because her hair is all wild. Here, like, there's only a little bit right here, so this hair is so short, I don't know, it just seems exposed more, so to speak. But still an interesting design nonetheless, and of course, decent bit of detail, as you can see. Now this is also interesting because he's kind of crouched down, in this interesting pose. So rather than just give a little stand, they have the ink almost like supporting his feet. It's a nice little touch. I like that they have the ink just kind of swirling down here. It's definitely pretty cool. And then I think this looks really cool. So you have the ink brush. which has got some nice ink on it, and it's nice and like smooth right here too, which adds a cool bit of texture to this figure as well. And it looks massive. I mean, this thing looks pretty cool with the ink brush. So it's definitely nice to have something different like this. That looks really neat. So some much needed variety to the figures. So there you have it. If you are a fan of the Octolings, you can check out these amiibo, and again, you have the exclusive costumes that you can get with them. Some of them were really ridiculous, so it'd be kind of fun to use those characters in the game, or use those costumes in the game. And then of course, Pearl and Marina, also pretty great, so it's nice to have these in amiibo form. These are the latest in the Splatoon line, but they have previously released Callie and Marie right here, of course. So it's nice to have these four together right here. I think that looks really neat to have. And they all fit. The style of all the amiibo is matching. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. I just realized like even their poses are very similar. So I actually really like that, because I like the consistency, because they all fit perfectly together. You know, if you're going to display them together or something, like I think they look pretty great. So that's pretty awesome. And then we have, let's see. So here's the Splatoon 1 amiibo right here, which are probably the weakest out of all of them. Not to say that they're bad, but you can definitely tell how you went from the Splatoon 1 amiibo to the Splatoon 2 amiibo here, and how they truly evolved in their designs. Just looking at the style of the characters, like it just they feel a little bit more alive somehow. They just did a nice job with the figures. I mean, these look great too. And then Splatoon 2 ones are pretty great, and of course the Octolings are kind of continuing that. So yeah, overall, I think these are all really, really good. So if you are a fan at all of Splatoon, I mean, this right here just looks fantastic. There's so many cool amiibo on the shelf, and they actually released, I don't remember if it was the Splatoon 1 or Splatoon 2 amiibo in different colors. I didn't buy those because they were literally just different colored amiibos. The same design, pose, and everything. I don't know. I just didn't go for those alts for Splatoon, but those are out there as well if you're interested. But yeah, I think these are really cool. So if you're interested, check them out. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought. Which of these Splatoon amiibo do you have? There's also the Inkling Girl, which was for Super Smash Brothers. I did an unboxing of that. That's not pictured here because that's in the Smash Brothers line, but these are all of the Splatoon line of amiibo. But let me know in the comment section below what you think of these. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you later.